This is episode number 246 of the Middle Country Public Library podcast. Hello and welcome. Yes, that's right. Wow.
Wow.
That's right. I'm Sal DiVincenzo here in the studio with my fabulous colleagues, Sara
Hello.
and Marlene Gonzalez.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome back, I should say. You've been on
It's
the
been a
show.
while.
Yeah, but you usually come down. You talk about genealogy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we have something fun for you this
Okay.
week.
All right. I'm game.
So yes, we had to put Nicole in timeout because
Yeah.
I specifically asked her for something spooky last week, and she just did horoscopes. So she's in timeout.
That's not
They weren't even spooky horoscopes.
Yes, they weren't horoscopes.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. We miss you, Nicole. Anyway, this is going to be our last Spooktober episode.
Ever. No, I'm kidding.
We're starting off really well today.
They go that well, huh?
Yeah. The last Spooktober episode of October 2022,
Yeah,
and I figured we'd
wow.
do like a trivia episode.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to ask you some questions. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Question number one, and this is the thing I do. Sarah knows this. I don't know if you know this, Marlene. I actually use our resources that we have here at the library to come up with these questions.
Fabulous.
Yes. So you're going to hear about our resources
And
as
then
well.
you'll cite your sources.
I will cite my sources.
He does. He does.
Okay. So here's the question, and you could just both answer, and then we'll second.
Okay.
And we're all friends here. We're not taking any score. Although
well, then forget it.
Sarah will probably win because she's pretty good at this. All right, here we go.
Oh, well, that sounds like a challenge.
Okay. Which of the following is not a name for Halloween? Not a name for Halloween. Is it All Hallows Eve, Holy Eve, Saints Eve, or Whistle Wassail Night?
I'm going to go with Saints Eve.
Okay. What do you think, Sarah? Do you think it's Saints Eve?
The
or
holy one.
Holy Eve?
Yeah.
It's actually Saints Eve is not of the name for Halloween. You're right, Marlena. See, she's holding back because she knows.
Bum-ba-da-bum.
See, she said she didn't really get it. Yeah, there it is. Yes. So
Trying to throw you guys.
there are many names for Halloween. The word hallow is from an early English word for holy.
Oh, we should have known that.
Yes, and until about AD 1500, hallow was a noun commonly applied to a holy person.
Oh.
Wow.
So it's like Holyween. No.
And what database did you find that on?
Credo Reference.
Wow.
These first bunch are all from Credo Reference.
Okay.
So
I like whistle wassail.
yes, Whistle Wassail.
That was too silly. I knew that had to be accurate.
Yeah. From now on, that is what we're calling it.
Whistle wassail.
Okay. In Ireland, Halloween is often connected with what? Is it A, fairies, B, spirits, C, wizards, or D, banshees?
Oh, jeez.
So what is
with
Halloween often
banshees.
connected with?
I like the idea of what fairies?
It's fairies, spirits, wizards, or banshees. Which one is Halloween connected with in Ireland?
I like fairies.
I say banshees.
Okay. Sarah got this one right. It is fairies.
Ooh.
So recent scholarship on Halloween has waged a heavy debate concentrating on whether the they have to do something. They have a debate on whether the holiday owes its character to the pagan holiday or the Christians' All Saint holiday. So it seems difficult to ignore the large differences between the way the holiday is still celebrated in areas such as Ireland, because they have bonfires and pranking and guising.
Oh.
What is that?
Which is dressing up, like disguise guising,
Oh, okay.
and the way it is celebrated throughout the rest of Europe with sober church services and grave decorating and whatnot.
Ah.
Anyway, fairies are a common imagery for Ireland and for Halloween.
That's very interesting.
There you go.
I learned something new.
You learned something new from Credo Reference.
From Credo Reference.
Okay, what British holiday has influenced many modern-day aspects of Halloween celebrations? I think you're probably going to get this. Is it Boxing Day, Windrush Day, Guy Fawkes Day, or Remembrance Sunday?
What is this?
What is the British holiday that has influenced many modern-day aspects of Halloween celebrations? So modern-day celebrations, Halloween celebrations, which British holiday is it? Is it Boxing Day, Windrush Day, Guy Fawkes Day, or Remembrance Sunday?
I don't know any British. Isn't like Guy Fawkes
I have no idea.
That's from V.
Yes,
V
V is Vendetta.
Vendetta.
Yeah, you know, like that mask with like the whiteness of the
yes.
face, and he's like,
Yes.
he looks Parisian to me.
He does look Parisian now that you mention it. Like a Parisian mime or something. What were the
so-
choices again? Boxing Day.
Boxing Day is these are all holidays in England.
Okay.
Boxing Day, Windrush Day, Guy Fawkes Day, or Remembrance Sunday
Is that really Guy Fawkes Day? Is really a holiday?
is really a holiday.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with. I have no idea what it is, but I'm gonna go with Windrush Day.
Okay.
I was going to do that one too.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, you're both wrong. It is Guy Fawkes Day.
I-
Guy Fawkes Day.
Wow.
I was going to say because they wear a mask.
Yeah, so modern.
But I was like, what? Is that real?
yeah.
Yeah.
So modern Halloween also owes a considerable debt to the English Guy Fawkes Day, which is on November 5th,
Oh.
which may have given Halloween some of its rowdier aspects. Prior to the establishment of Guy Fawkes Day in 1606, the few references to Halloween that appear mention soul cakes, bells, and even bobbing for apples. Pranking, though, doesn't seem to appear until after the introduction of that holiday, which was celebrated during Protestant times when Halloween itself was banned as too Catholic or popish, quote unquote. So there you go.
Oh.
So that the tricking and the treating,
And the treating.
it's Guy Fawkes Day.
Interesting.
There you go.
For those with children,
Yes.
I find it odd as a person in a house for kids to just come up to my house and I just give them candy. But when you're a kid, you don't think it's weird. But as parents of kids, do you think it's weird?
No.
No, as long as I get to eat some of the candy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
I'm always like, I don't know if I had a kid, if I'd be like, okay, go to strangers' houses. But that's just from a separation between when I was a kid to like
Well, I will-
being old and
I'll-
grumpy.
I'll tell you this, though, Sarah. When I was a kid, when we went trick-or-treating, we just went. Like, we literally, like, all the kids got together and we went out on our by ourselves.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
You know, but now every single parent is behind that kid at the front door, at least in my neighborhood.
Oh, no. A lot of
Mine
people,
too,
they
yeah.
just send them up and they wait at
And
the
we
street.
usually only go to houses we
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see now it's like I'm always
Yeah.
like, we have children on this street. Like, I don't know. It's like I just find anyway. Sorry.
Yeah,
it was
no.
just a question I had. For
It is an interesting
parents.
question, and now I don't know if I'm going to go trick-or-treat. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but I'm always like, oh, all right. It's not like I like it because I buy. But like, we get a lot of kids on my street.
Yeah.
A lot, like over 50.
Oh, that's good. And it's busy, though? People come to your house to get candy?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. That's why I'm always like, oh,
Because
going strong.
sometimes we, my neighborhood, we have a lot of kids, but sometimes it's just quiet. People don't come out.
Yeah.
You know, you always get that one, those one or two teenagers who like to come like at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Oh,
they're
no.
not even dressed. They just have like a pillowcase and it's like trick or treat. Hate that. Okay. Next question. What holiday is celebrated in which rituals of cleaning graves, repainting crosses, pulling weeds, redecorating stones, and decorating with flowers is both a rejuvenation of the gravesite and a display of welcome for the dead that takes place? So which one is this? Is it Feast of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, or Deathbed, the bed that eats people?
What were the first two again?
Yeah, I think we can rule out some of them right off the bat.
Feast of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, or Deathbed, the bed that eats people?
Day of the Dead.
Yeah, Day of the Dead.
That's correct. It is Day of the
Yeah.
Dead. Now this is from the Encyclopedia of Death and Human Experience.
Wow.
Did you know we had?
I did not know we had that.
No.
Dia de los Muertos is a special occasion for communion between the living and the dead. The rituals, food, and objects, as well as particular practices of remembering the dead, vary throughout Mexico. And it's interesting because you might not know this, but the Day of the Dead begins midday on Halloween, October 31st. It's also the movie Coco.
Chilling. Yes.
Okay. Next question. In the Middle Ages, ghosts were often described as what? Middle Ages, okay? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Were they described as mists, revenants, boo buddies,
I like that.
or monsters?
I'm going to go with Myth.
I'm going to go with Mist too.
No, sorry.
It's Boo Buddies?
It is boo buddies. No. Revenants.
Revenants.
Yes. So spiritual interpretations of ghosts have endured into the modern
Really?
era, with ghost stories tending to reflect the prevailing religious attitudes of their historical period. In the
Revenants.
Middle Ages, ghosts were often described as revenants, delivering requests and complex messages, particularly regarding the fate of the soul of the deceased to the living.
I just think of Leonardo DiCaprio's movie,
Right?
Revenants,
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
where he gets like the bear.
Yes. So that is from the Chambers Dictionary of the Unexplained. See, I did pretty good here. I made
was
sure I
good.
got all the stuff. All right. Edgar Allan Poe,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got a very famous poem. A lot of people read it for Halloween. It's one of the most popular writers this time of year. The Raven
The Raven.
Oh, okay.
is his most popular one. What other job did he have? What other job did Edgar Allan Poe have? Was he a baker?
Candlestick maker.
Was he
I know that's one of them.
was he a journalist?
Okay.
Was he an accountant? Or was he a teacher?
If I get this wrong, my 5th grade teacher will be so mad at me.
So it's baker, journalist, accountant, or teacher.
I think he was an accountant.
Okay.
No, maybe I'm wrong on that. Can I pick 2 answers?
You can.
We'll give you a
Teacher,
partial. We'll
accountant,
give
teacher.
an accountant teacher.
Accountant
He
teacher.
taught. He
Oh.
taught
And a poet.
accounting.
Yes, there
He
you
taught
go.
accounting. Yes, he was
Yes.
a CPA, and he needed to make a little extra money on the side. All right, so you're going to pick accountant teacher.
Oh,
We'll give you
think
partial
so.
credit.
Okay.
And Sarah, what would you like to pick? Baker, journalist, accountant, or teacher?
Teacher.
Teacher. Okay. So you're both wrong.
It's a journalist.
He was a journalist.
Ah,
And I
Yes.
saw that movie.
so much trouble.
So you know he was
Edgar Allan
born.
Poe.
He was born in Boston, January 19th, 1809, to a pair of impoverished actors. I had no
Oh.
idea about this. He was abandoned by his father in infancy. He went on to tour with his mother until she died the following year.
Wow.
So the mother was touring as an actor. And well, yes.
That's
So,
terrible.
So he was raised by Francis and John Allen, a wealthy couple from Richmond.
Oh,
He
better.
attended schools in Richmond and London and enrolled in the University of Virginia, but was removed the first year by his foster father
Oh.
for having incurred a sizable gambling debt and for his drunkenness.
Oh, not a good thing.
Yes. He later entered West Point. I had no
Oh.
idea. Yeah, where he again fell into debt and was
Oh.
dismissed. Did you know he lived in New York? He lived in New York and then in Baltimore, working as a journalist, a reporter, and a copy editor, and selling an occasional story.
I'm going to sound like a
Poetry
complete
and-
idiot. I thought he was English.
So did I.
Yeah.
I did know that he was
Absolutely
American.
thought that he
I
was
did know
English.
that.
Absolutely. In 1847, after a long illness, his wife, who was his 13-year-old cousin at the time, Virginia, first cousin, died. And then 3 years later, he died at the age of 40 under mysterious circumstances.
Okay, well, that's weird.
Yeah. That's the 19th century literature criticism, which is a huge, gigantic collection of reference materials which are best accessed online.
Perfect.
So, yes. All right, let's see if Sarah gets this question right, because this is a Halloween movie question.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
I'm ready.
And Sarah does the Halloween spooky movies here at the library.
Oh, pressure's on.
Pressure.
All right, Sarah.
Okay.
How many Halloween movies are there? Including the new one that's coming out.
Oh, the franchise.
franchise,
Yes,
I
was like,
franchise,
yes.
not Halloween
Gazillion.
themed
How many
movies.
Halloween themed
Yeah, I was
movies?
like,
Yes.
you put the
Two-
TM,
yes.
trademark.
Okay, so how many are there? Are there 8, 10, 13?
Wait,
or
the
16?
original ones or like the remakes?
We're going to go with all of them. Anything that's a Halloween. So this is going to be the original.
Rob Zombie.
This is going to be the Rob Zombie. This is going to be all that. Yes. So how many are there? 8, 10, 13, or 16?
I feel like I know there were 2 Rob Zombie remakes.
You're right in that respect. But how much many
Plus
other
the current one.
Plus the current one. You have
And
to
the one that just came
the one
out.
that just
Right.
came out. Yes, which is Halloween Ends.
What, 11 was one of them?
8, 10, 13, or 16?
No.
Yeah. What do you think? I'm going to go with 13.
I'm going to say 10.
13 is right.
Oh, nice.
And how appropriate, since 13 is superstitious, that number. Yeah, so here you go. So
Sweating.
so it's Halloween 1978, Halloween 2 81, Halloween 3 Season of the Witch 82, which a lot of people say or think that should have been a separate movie on its own. Like not in the Halloween, thing. Okay, so Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, 1988. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, because the return wasn't enough, 1989. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, September 95.
Wow.
Halloween H2O, 20 years later, 98. Halloween Resurrection 02, Halloween, which is I think this is the Rob Zombie Halloween, is 07, Halloween 2 09, just Halloween plain Halloween in 18, Halloween Kills in 21, and Halloween Ends now in 22, which just came out.
Which we all know it won't end.
It won't end.
It won't end.
It's
It'll
not
keep going. All right. True or false? Men were tried and executed during the Salem witch trials.
Men were?
For the
Yes.
witching or just in general?
During the witch trials. Yes, the actual witch trials.
Accusations
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
Witchery. I'm going to say...
Not according to the play. But historically,
I'm going to say yes.
sure, there are witches and wizards. Are they all witches? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yes.
You both say yes.
I'm
You're
gonna
both
say yes.
right.
Okay.
Yay!
Yes. Unlike the stereotype surrounding witchcraft that indicates that it was primarily done by women, the people of Salem did not discriminate on the basis of gender.
No.
Of the 20 people executed during the trials, 6 of them were men.
Wow.
6 of them. So John Proctor was the first man accused of witchcraft. His vocal support for his wife, who was also accused of witchcraft, so that makes sense that he would support his wife, and claims that the accusers were lying, were among the possible reasons why suspicion fell on him as well. That's from the Encyclopedia of American Studies. You know, you both did pretty good, I guess.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
I think
Not
pretty
horrible.
good.
Not bad. Halloween's coming up. It's this Monday coming up. I can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like funny because like Halloween ends and then they flip a switch and Mariah Carey comes out. She starts singing
November
about
1st.
She starts singing about
Yeah.
all she wants.
November 1st.
Here's some interesting things about October 31st before we wrap up.
Okay.
October 31st is the 304th day of the year. 305 in leap years. And 61 days will remain until the end of the year.
Wow.
So, yes. Interesting things that happened on Halloween or on the day, October 31st.
Okay.
Did you know in 1517 was the Protestant Reformation? Martin Luther posted his 95
Did
thesis
not know that.
right on the door there on Halloween on October 31st. Nevada in 1864 became the 36th U.S. state.
Ah.
In 1913, they dedicated the Lincoln Highway, the first automobile highway across the United States.
Wow.
See that? So, 1940, during World War II, the Battle of Britain ended. The United Kingdom prevented a possible German invasion. And in 1941, after 14 years of work, Mount Rushmore was completed.
Very big date of historical significance.
Now, this,
Did not know
though,
this.
I want to point this out. Now, you may or may not know. Now, I'm a Disney fan.
Oh, yeah.
But
Really?
Yeah, but but I am also an aviation person, right? Like a AV geek, aviation geek. And this is kind of spooky. So these all happened also on October 31st. 1979, Western Airlines Flight 2605 crashes Mexico City, killing 73 people.
Yeah.
Same day, 1994, American Eagle 4184 crashes in Indiana, killing 68 people. 1996, same day, TAM Flight 402 crashes in Brazil, killing 99 people. 1999, Egypt Air Flight 990, Atlantic Ocean, killing 217 people.
Don't fly in Halloween.
2000, Singapore Airlines Flight 06 crashes on takeoff from Taipei, killing 83 people. 2015, Metrojet 9268 is bombed, killing 224 people on board. Isn't that crazy? And that's in the last, for the last 35 years.
I don't like that.
Right? So do not go flying on Monday. Now, there's God forbid, there's someone right now who's listening to I downloaded the Middle Country Public Library podcast.
Yeah, don't be listening to that.
so I
on
can
the
listen
flight.
to it while I'm
Cancel
flying.
my flight.
Yes. So there you go.
Wow.
Well, we hope that you all have a very happy and a safe Halloween this year, and hopefully you'll get lots of nice treats and not tricks.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So thank you, Marlene, for coming down
Thanks for having me.
and doing trivia with us here. And Sara, thank you for being a good sport as always and doing the trivia and knowing your stuff. See, Sara knows the stuff. Sara, just really quickly, just remind our listeners where they can find the spooky movies. We only have a couple of days left, but where can they find them?
Yeah. So both adult and children's have carts with curated Halloween titles. Ours are on the main floor near the large print. near the reference desk
Yes.
in Center H. And children's, I believe, is on a cart near their DVDs on the children's floor.
Great. Cool. And
Excellent.
Marlena, we'll let you get a shout out.
Yeah.
The genealogy service, how does that work? Someone wants to find out about their genealogy.
If someone wants to trace their roots or explore their family history, they can make a one-on-one appointment with me. I am not a certified genealogist. I always like to tell people that, but I am happy to point them in the right direction and get them some resources that might help them. They can make a one-on-one appointment.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You never know. You might be related.
And October is Family History Month.
Yes, and you might be related to one of these witches.
One of the Salem witches.
One of the Salem
Yeah.
witches, yes, quote unquote. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So, yes, so thanks so much. That does it for this episode. If you want to listen to older episodes or read our show notes, visit our website, mcplpodcast.com. Hey, if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like button. Ding! Hit subscribe. Oh, we are almost at 1,000 subscribers.
Nice.
Yes, the end is in sight. We might actually do this year. It's very exciting. So hit that
What are you up
subscribe
to
button.
as of today?
We're around 900.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
so we got up there. Yeah, it's pretty cool,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
amazing. It's very cool. So hit that button, and we greatly appreciate it. So for Sara Faye and Marlene Gonzalez, I'm Sal DiVincenzo. We'll see you on the next show.